Today we are talking about important things that you must know, and not only know, but you have to keep in mind while manifesting in a specific person. Actually, not only in a specific person, you can use this for anything you want, okay? For money, for a job, for health, whatever you're manifesting, you should keep this in mind because it's really going to make manifesting easier for you. Let's get into it, guys. Hello everyone, my name is Al and welcome to my channel. I'm here making manifesting easier for you, sharing all my tips and advice so that you can use them to create the life I've always dreamed of. And if you're in need of coaching, go to my description box. All information is there. I'm having a sale 10% off, so check it out. But right now, let's get into today's topic. Today, we are talking about things that you must know, that you must keep in mind while manifesting in a specific person or anything really. And the reason why this knowledge is important is because it's going to stop you from reacting. It's going to stop you from getting into a funk, okay? So I thought, let's talk about these things. And the first thing that I would like to talk about is that whatever you're seeing in the 3D, the circumstances, the situations, they don't matter. And you know that. But the reason why they don't matter is because they are created by your state of consciousness. And you have a say in this. You can change your state of consciousness and it's not that difficult, okay? It's all about working on yourself, on what is not working out for you inside, okay? Neville talked about states of consciousness and he explained this very easily. State of consciousness are like city we pass through, okay? So it's not who we are, it's just something that we occupy. Imagine this. There is a city, a state of consciousness, where you always get left, you are rejected, people don't want to be around you. These are the laws of that city. So it creates your experience on the streets in that city. If you say like, this city sucks, I would like to move into another city, another state of consciousness. So you go, you work on those things, and then you occupy a different state of consciousness where you are never left. You are never rejected. People want to be around you. People know your value. People love you and respect you and all of this, okay? So be reminded of that. You have a say in this. You don't have to stay there. You don't have to accept that reality. You can move into a different one. By the way, your specific person has absolutely nothing to do with your state of consciousness. It's all you. So stop looking at them and what you can do to get them to do something and start being aware of you and what's happening within you. This is the most important thing, and this is what's going to make you succeed in manifesting consciously. Another thing that's important to talk about, but you guys know, is that you have to put your person or your desire off the pedestal. It's important to do that because when you stop chasing, when you stop needing, wanting, desiring, what happens is you give them the possibility to turn around and do that for you, want you, desire you, need you. It happens because we manifest what we are. We manifest our state, okay? So if you are in a chasing mode, a needing mode, a wanting mode, you are manifesting more reasons to be needy, to chase, to want. You're not manifesting them to come back, to come in. No, you are manifesting them to run away because what you are saying is, I want to desire, I want to need, I want to chase. And you get more reasons for that. While when you relax and you realize one thing, the only purpose your person or your desire has in your life is the one you give them. The one you give them. In the end, when you take a look at why do you want to manifest someone, if you go because of the way they make me feel, yeah, I'm sorry, but there are at least thousands of people in this world that can make you feel that way. If you go like the way they love me, yeah, also there are thousands of people that could do that because they are handsome, There are millions of people out there that are handsome and maybe more handsome, okay? So when you go down all of the things, you are going to figure out that the reason why you want them is because of all of the meaning that you assigned to them, the purpose you have given them. This knowledge is going to help you to calm yourself down and be like, yes, I prefer them, but they are not essential in my life. When you get to that point, well, that's an amazing place to be to manifest your desire. Another thing is that there is no separation. You are one with everything and everyone out there, okay? There is no separation, which means that you are one with the circumstances, the ones that you want and the ones that you don't really want to see, okay? Everything is happening right now in this eternal now. The only reason why you are seeing the undesirable circumstances is because you are aware of it. It is familiar to you. It's the story within you that makes more sense, that is more logical, that is more real. That's how it is, okay? And that's also why you can tell yourself for a week or two that they are not real, but at the end you end up reacting to them because they are still more dominant to you in your world within. And the way to change them is just to achieve that shift where the stories that you want to be real, the circumstances that you want to happen, become more familiar, more natural to you than those that you are seeing right now. It's just a shift. And you can do this. This is for anyone who is worried about time. The only reason why we are worried about time is because we are saturated with the lack and with the absence of our desire. So this alone is a place that causes delay because you cannot manifest something that you declare isn't happening, isn't there, that you are most dominantly feeling like it isn't there. So that's why I say the best place to be is to just release control over time, okay? Not think about time. You shouldn't expect it to take long and you should not expect it to be fast. You just should accept that it is right now. That's the best place to be. Also about time is if you want to manifest in a time crash, you can. And Neville talked about it. Let me find my Kindle, okay? And Neville says, suppose you had an intense desire. Like most men who are enslaved by time, you might feel that you could not possibly realize so large a desire in a limited interval. But admitting that all things are possible to God, believing God to be the me within you, or your consciousness of being, you can say, as John, I can do nothing. But since all things are possible to God, and God I know to be my consciousness of being, I can realize my desire in a little while. How my desire will be realized, I do not, as John, know. But by the very law of my being, I do know that it shall be. With this belief firmly established, decide what would be a relative rational interval of time in which such a desire could be realized. Again, let me remind you not to shorten the interval of time because you are anxious to receive your desire. Make it a natural interval. No one can give you the time interval. Only you can say what the natural interval would be to you. So, this is it, guys. You can manifest something on a time crash. And the most times when we fail in doing so is because the time didn't feel natural. Remember, the naturalness of your desire is what makes it manifest. So for me, what I have manifested things on a time crash, but I don't do that often. The reason is because I don't need to. I don't feel that urge anymore. I know that things are coming to me in the most perfect way, and I don't feel like I have to create time, okay? So whenever you decide that you want to do that, go for what feels natural to you, because that's going to be easier for you to accept. Of course, you could manifest it by tomorrow if you could get that feeling of naturalness. Time is relative. What is making it manifest is the way you feel about it. To achieve your manifestation and to do it quickly, all you need is one thing: a pure assumption. A pure assumption is an assumption that you are not double-minded about. So you are not saying, I can have it, I can't have it. I am going to achieve it, I'm not going to achieve it. You are not having second thoughts about it, overthinking. You are not creating stuff in between, believing the 3D and the circumstances. All of the sound, all of the buzz around you is just sidetracking you. You have to decide what you want. You have to focus on that. You have to make it as real as possible in your inner world. And you have to hold on to it and know that it's going to happen. And the last thing that I would like to tell you guys is that everyone is you pushed out means that the 3D can't create itself, nor can your circumstances. They are in alignment to your state of consciousness. So if you want to change whatever is happening in the 3D, you cannot force it. You cannot manipulate it into changing when you are not changing within, okay? So be aware of the stories that you are saying within you, about the other people, about the world. Pay attention to that and decide that you can be another version of you. This is very powerful and it is all in your hands. So stop thinking like a victim and feeling, like the world is against you. No, it's a simple shift that you have to achieve within, and then you create change outside of you too. That's it from me, guys. Thank you so much for being here. If you like this video, give me a like, subscribe to my channel. We are going to talk soon. Bye, guys.